What's going on, everybody? Back at it again, outside the squared circle. We got a lot to talk about. We got 3 fights going on this week. First fight Friday, Daniel Jacobs versus Sergio Mora. All I have to tell you guys is I'm not interested in this fight at all. I think it's an awful fight. I think it's clear who's the better fighter. The first fight, wasn't a fan of the first fight. If I'm being honest, I wasn't excited about the first fight, and Jacobs was winning both rounds before that happened. Mora landed one good shot. So yeah, Dennis, how do you feel about Jacobs versus Mora?
Well, that was very rapid, and I think I'm gonna echo your sentiments by saying I don't think they. You know what? Danny even said it himself, man. He's like he didn't want this fight, and that's one thing I can play. So I didn't want this fight. Pretty much, there was nobody else to fight because, and I'm gonna dig into this in a second. But, I'm going to just do it right now because I'm so not interested in talking about this fight. I'll just dive into something else. That's how much I care about this fight. Because the only thing Mora has to hang his hat on is, I hurt my leg like as if he wasn't getting beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before that happened. So, anyway, like I was saying, I want to talk about, this has been on my mind, and I finally got a place to rant about it. UK guys, man, they're like this. I love the UK. You guys are great sport fans. On the O2 Arena, Wembley, you guys are awesome. I love your fighters, especially guys like Tyson Fury, Asia. Those guys have a ton of heart. Don't get me wrong about none of those fighters. But I'm sorry, your middleweights are pathetically cowardice. They're yellowbacks. I lost my pen, Mr. I lost my pen, Eubank. And Mr. Billy Joe, I don't want to fight anybody.
Oh, man.
That's not paying me a Brinks truckload of money that I know I can defeat. I don't know what's up with these guys, but these guys have no. What are the stones?
They said the stones. They don't got stones. Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
These guys don't want to fight. They might well just fight each other again because they don't want to fight anybody else.
Yeah.
I watched Billy Joe Saunders. He turned down Stevenson. Okay, you don't want to fight Curtis Stevenson? Fine, okay. It's still a good fight. Good hitter. He could potentially make that a good fight, even stop you with a good punch.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to fight a very tough Gabriel Rosado. He comes and brings it to everybody. You want to say, well, I don't think he deserves the fight, even though the guy that you was about to fight before you pulled out, he didn't deserve the fight, but I'm not going to even go there. So you know what? Danny Jacobs tried. That's what Danny said. Danny Jacobs tried to make the fight with you. He even called it out after he won the other fight. He said, I want him.
Yeah.
I want him. He tried to make the fight with you. You don't want to take the fight with a guy like him. Then who do you want to fight?
Yeah, it doesn't.
You don't want to fight Triple G? Who do you want to fight? I know he wants to fight. He wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah, he's been open about that.
A pay-per-view attraction that can get him paid. I'm sorry, Billy, you won that title, but you have not done anything to earn that type of fight yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Triple G struggling to get it. What makes you think he's supposed to get it? You know what I mean?
Right, I agree.
Then
I agree.
There's Eubank. Eubank has the biggest mouth. Oh, I don't know if it's him or his father, because it's like the puppet master. You know what I mean?
Right.
Eubank Jr. just kind of sits there like this. And his dad is, oh, my son, he's the greatest. He can hit you with a left hand, right hand, nothing. He's smooth.
Hey.
Nobody can stick with him.
You got his accent down. You got his accent down.
Yeah. Come on, these two guys.
Yeah.
You got to fight somebody. These two guys don't even have any fights to be rumored.
Well, and then but to interject real fast too, the thing that got me with the Eubanks fight is that they were on record saying we agreed to everything. We're ready to go. We're ready to sign the contracts. The next day, they're talking about they're making new demands all of a sudden. Like, where did this come from?
How do you just said that doesn't work anywhere.
No, not at all. It doesn't make sense.
You don't. And this is how much of a done deal it was. When your own promoter Hearns, pretty much Auburn washes his hands up. You say, hey, I don't know what happened. I gave Kell the same contract that I gave him, and he signed it lickety split.
Yeah.
So that's how you know it was a done deal. And they asked him about Eubank, what he's gonna do, and he's like, I don't know. Right now, I pretty much all but wash my hands of it.
Yeah.
But your promoter has not even thought about who he would match you up with yet because he just like, this guy doesn't really want to fight anybody. It's bad for you, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think here's the thing. This is how I think that went down. I think he did that because Hearn was pissed that Brook actually took the fight. I think this is what happened though. I think like Eubank, he did all that. He decided to decline the contract. He probably hopped on the phone with Kell. Hearn was like, fucking this guy, Eubank, not taking it. And Kell was like, I'll take it. He's like, huh? No, Kell. No. We're talking about a middleweight fight. He's like, no, I'll take it. And then he's like, fuck, now I got my best welterweight, one of the best welterweights in the world, trying to fight that's why he was pissed at Eubank, because now Kell is fighting.
My best freaking undefeated middleweight is about to take the fight that my other middleweight is refusing to do.
Right.
That will piss you off. Like,
right.
Are you kidding me, Eubank?
Man, that's funny. But I know we touched on it before we hopped on the air. So Jacobs has expressed interest in the Golovkin fight. You're more sounded about that than I am, because I just think, I'm not gonna lie to you, I like Jacobs a lot. I was glad that he beat Quillen. I'm not a fan of Quillen. Quillen is one of the 3 fighters in the world that I don't like. So I was happy that Jacobs beat Quillen. So I'm a fan of Jacobs, but I don't really know. I don't have faith that he's really interested. How do you feel about it?
Well, to say this about Quillen, I felt it was unfortunate it's happening to him. And spot that. I don't dislike Quillen a whole lot. I just dislike his attitude.
Yeah.
But what I'm happy about what's happened is because they just talked to him at a boxing match. What was the last boxing match that happened?
Like an event?
I can't remember. The last boxing event that just took place. It wasn't a big one. It was like last week.
On PBC? Yeah. Oh, Guerrero and dude, who the hell did he lose to?
The ex-kid talking about, hey, what's next for you? And you know what he said? Right now, I'm just training. I'm waiting on a phone call. They was like, you don't have anything rumored or lined up? No, next. Like, nah, I don't have anything.
Jesus.
I like that. I don't like that.
No.
I dislike it because I don't want to see fighters fight, but I like it. But you know why? Because it's now. You can no longer have that arrogant, I'm only going to fight certain guys.
Right.
I'm too good to fight him and him.
Right.
Now when your phone has officially stopped ringing, since nobody's like, oh, you don't got a title no more.
Right.
You're not even undefeated, so I can't even say I took your oath.
Right.
I'm passing you. Now he's going to have to fight whoever and everybody and prove it. I like it. That's good. We said we wanted that to happen.
We did say that, yeah.
We wanted him to take a step back so he could say, okay, I'm going to fight everybody to prove myself and stop with this arrogant attitude like he's somebody you're not.
Right.
So I actually like that's how it happened for him. But Jacobs, I feel like one or two things. I feel like either he's promoting this fight because nobody's interested, like we're not, and we're boxing. We hardcore boxing fans.
I'm still gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm just not interested.
Mm-hmm. But he feels like how we feel. Nobody wants to see this. Maybe I should say I want to fight Triple G next. So what happens then? Everybody wants to tune in and see how good or how bad I look to potentially match me up with him.
Right,
Could
that's
be
true.
a tactic like that.
Yeah.
Or he could really say, Saunders won't fight me. Canelo's at 154. Who am I fighting next?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's only 2 champions left. It's Saunders and Triple G. If Saunders just won't because we already discussed the yellow backs, then you know what? I have to fight him.
Right.
It's not like anybody will take any credit away from me. So that's why I'm kind of optimistic because it's really not a whole lot of choices. Now, if there was other choices, I'd be like, well, he's just saying that he's going to wind up fighting so-and-so. But if he doesn't fight him, then who does he fight next?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that. You're right. I would certainly hope it's gotten to that point because, and I hate to say it because I love Canelo, but it doesn't seem like he's rushing in the ring even next year. I had a lot of faith.
No.
I had a lot of faith that Canelo would fight Golovkin next year. But then I read an article just this morning on Boxing Scene with De La Hoya talking about Triple G won't get no pay-per-view cut. He's only getting a flat fee. I'm like, y'all don't want the fight. Y'all don't want the fight. Plain as day. Plain as day. That's your way of ducking the fight. They're saying, he's going to get his career high payday. That's not the point. No, it was the same thing, and I'm not trying to go off.
This is how you knock fights out.
Yeah.
There's many ways to get out of a fight.
Yeah, and that's one of them.
People used to say that again, like when people, not to say because Floyd proved that he was a better fighter, like he said all along.
Yeah.
But this is how Floyd was able to do the thing with Manny when he wanted the fight to linger on a little bit longer. He said, "I'll give you $40 million flat rate, no pay-per-view, no nothing."
Right, and that's that's ridiculous.
Being a guy that Manny is, he's a star. You think Manny's gonna say, "I'm not taking"? You know how big that we've seen how big that fight was. You think he's just not gonna take any cut?
Right.
No, you're out your mind.
Now let's not.
So if you don't want to fight a guy, it's ways to not do it.
Oh, absolutely. But let's not get it twisted though, because I don't think Triple G deserves 50-50. I think Canelo has clearly.
I'm not saying that.
Right. I'll go 70-30. That's fair to me.
I was gonna say that.
I'll go 70-30.
With a 10% cut of pay-per-view, but you got to give him some cut of pay-per-view because people will come there to see him. Just as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, more people gonna tune in to see Canelo because he has a country on his back.
I was just gonna say that's a fight that transcends though. That's a fight that's gonna get the casual fans. Right. Casual fans know Canelo, right. And then casual fans are starting to turn their eye on, towards Triple G. So these people, that's not gonna come close to Floyd Pacquiao's numbers, but I think that can hit 1.5 mil. I'm confident in that if they fight, it'll hit 1.5.
I think it'll do $1 million easy.
Yeah,
it'll do $1 million easy.
I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't mind the fight even marinating, but like you said, I don't even think that they making it marinate now. I think they don't. I think Oscar, not Canelo, because Canelo. I think Canelo is a businessman, but he's not scared of anybody. I don't see Canelo being afraid. But I do see Oscar right now. Who does Oscar have besides Canelo? I agree. Want to take this cash cow, and he do not want. Say if Canelo goes and puts up a great fight, but gets really beat bad, then what? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. But here's the thing. To me, marinating is letting Canelo go up to 160, fighting Lemieux.
Some of those guys.
Right. Fighting Danny Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders to Testo. Marinating isn't staying at 154. And no, Liam Smith is a good fighter. That fight's a good fight. It's 2 top 10 junior middleweights. I'm not shitting on the fight, but what I'm saying is you can't let a fight between Triple G marinate when you're not even at 160 yet. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm cool with him going to 160 and getting a fight or two before they fight, but you're staying at 154. You're not marinating anything. You're not moving up. You know what I mean? And the whole thing,
his credit, they asked him, and Canelo said this may be his last fight at 154.
I hope
he said it may. Because that's what they asked him, who is he going to fight next? And I thought he was going to say, because I know he loves the WBC. I thought he was going to say like Jermaine Charlo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something like that next to get that title. But he was like, this might be my last fight at 154. So in my mind, I was like, yes. But then hearing Oscar say that, I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know what the future holds for that fight.
I don't know either. Not because I can talk about that. There's so many angles to that. Let's go right into or before we hit Triple G, let's go Roman Gonzalez versus Cuadras real fast. I'm interested in that fight.
That's gonna be a good fight.
That's a good fight. But at the end of the day, because I've sat and I've seen a few fights from Cuadras. I look back. I wasn't too familiar with them going into the fight. That's just the way I am at the lower weight divisions.
Me neither.
It's tough, but so when someone gets to the level that Roman does,
I had to go back and look at some of his fights. To be honest, I'm honest. I went back and checked out some of his fights.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
To see about the guy. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I went back to check out some of his fights to see, and that's what got me to be like, okay, this could be a good fight. Because my thing is this. Chocolatito is at such a low weight that it's not a ton of, you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's a ton of challenges to him. I know he's a small guy, but I kind of wanted him to at least can you at least get to bantamweight?
Right.
I at least want him to get to 122. Right. You know what I mean? Fighting Nonito Donaire. And some guys right there.
And you know the thing, and I
don't know
actually
if he could though.
He might be able to. But the thing is, I feel like the reason we're not as well versed with the smaller weight classes is because you see a lot of these dudes, they don't fight in America or even like England. Like these are fighting in Thailand and Japan.
They're small guys. It's not too many Americans weighing 105 pounds. Right. And that's even like Mexicans or Puerto Ricans. Like these dudes are, are a little bigger than that. So it's harder. But anyway, we're fat asses in America.
I think
we grow bigger and eat much more to be too little.
Right, exactly. And then even we got some of our Mexican fighters that are, 5'2", 5'3", they're going up beating carnitas and tacos, baby. They ain't at 122. They're coming out. They're fighting at 140. You know what I mean? But we don't play. But no, I think
145 win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think with all that said, though, I do think it will be a fairly competitive fight. But Roman just on a different level, man. That kid's special. And he's not even a kid. I can't say he's older. He's 28. Yeah. That dude's special, man. His combination punching, his accuracy, his jab, his body work, his footwork. I think Cuadras, I think when it came down to me and watching film on him, I just told myself he's going to be competitive. But is he going to have the heart like... What is the dude that Roman just fought his last fight that just would not go away? He lost every round and just would not.
Yeah, I forget his name.
I'm blanking on his name.
But people was talking bad, like they didn't think he looked as impressive. But I was like, he's just a tough guy.
He was just fighting against someone. You could have hit that. You could have hit that dude with a damn a hammer that day, and he wasn't going down. You know what I mean? He's
a tough guy.
So you need that though. What I'm trying to say is you need that to survive against Roman Gonzalez. You know what I mean? So to me, it's either Cuadras loses like a 9-3 decision, or he's getting stopped late. I think those are my options. I think, and it's not because he's not a good fighter. It's just that Roman is special, man. That's how I view it. I just think he's just like you said too. I'd love for him to move up. Here, I pulled up his name now. It was McWilliams Arroyo, the Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
Man, that dude. Incredible heart, incredible chin. And I don't know if Cuadras has that. It's not that I think Cuadras is a better fighter than Arroyo, but I don't know if he had it. It's not a matter of talent when it comes to that. It matters how much you can take a punch and how much you want to keep going after about round 6 or 7 when Roman's tagging you with 4 punch combinations. You know what I mean? But what do you think? What do you think about the fight?
Honestly, you said everything I could possibly say on it. I think he wins. It's going to be because this guy's no scrub. It's going to be a tough fight. I don't see him winning. I see him making it very tough and very competitive, and it's going to go to decision, unanimous decision. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here.
I think it's just going to be a good, entertaining fight.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's like some fights I can give a dissertation on it. Then some fights,
right.
It's going to be a tough fight.
Right. I'm the same way. It's just when it comes to someone that good as Roman, it's going to take, for me to feel like he's not going to win, it's going to take a fight against Rigondeaux. Then I can break that fight down now. Like, okay, let's really look at this.
He has to be equally special or a much bigger guy. That's
right.
Right,
exactly.
Much bigger or it's very special.
Exactly. I mean, even much bigger, though. I don't even know if much bigger will get it done against Roman. You have to be just as, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Say if he fights Nonito Donaire, even though Nonito best years have passed him,
yeah,
he's such a, like at 122, he's one of the prime hitters, man. Nonito,
absolutely, absolutely.
He can crack. So you know what I'm saying? Trapper Tito's a better fighter, skilled, all of that. But right. Like if he came up to 122 to fight Nonito, I would give Nonito a legitimate chance to win. You see what I'm saying? Just off size. So that's and power. And Nonito's no bum. You know what I mean? He's just not in his prime anymore. So that's what I say. Right. To either have to fight somebody equally as talented like Rigondeaux or just somebody that's bigger and stronger.
Right. No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. So let's go on to what we're going to talk about the most in this podcast. The biggest fight of the week, clearly. Controversial fight to some. A good fight to others. Gennady Golovkin versus Kell Brook.
I'm liking it. I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
I feel like there's so many angles to it, and the first one is, how is this different than Canelo versus Khan? Well, it's different for a lot of reasons. One, Kell Brook didn't get knocked out at 135, right? Let's just throw that out there. Two, Kell Brook
is undefeated.
Kell Brook is undefeated. 3, Kell Brook is a fucking massive welterweight, man. This dude is big. And here, okay.
He's not even a welterweight. Let's be honest. Kell Brook is a junior middleweight.
He is.
He's 154 already.
But for the sake of people disliking the video, because they're gonna hear that and be like, "Oh, fuck you guys," you know what I mean? Dislike. Right, I'm not advocating that they're the same size. So just stick with me and let me get my points off before you decide to, make a negative comment or give us a dislike, right? What I'm trying to say is one, the size disparity is nowhere near as big as Khan and Canelo was. Canelo came in that fight probably 170, 172. Khan didn't gain that much weight. He weighed in at 155 and probably came in at like 157, 158. You know what I mean? And you look at their body types. Khan looked chubby on the scales. He looked chubby all through training camp. He didn't shed some of that fat.
A little bit of flab to him.
Yeah. Kell Brook weighed in at 165, I'm sorry, 166 for the 7-day weigh-in, and he's cut. He's massive. This dude is huge. Now, this is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what makes the fight different, right? That's what makes those two completely different fights. That being said, my biggest worry is that the fact that he's never felt a middleweight before is going to be his downfall. That's what I ultimately think. I think when you, especially the best middleweight in the world, arguably the best middleweight of this generation, right? Or of his generation, I'll say. So when you put that together, that's not
you're gonna have conflict there.
I am gonna have conflict there.
They're gonna come for you.
They are gonna come for me. I said arguably. I said.
How dare you disrespect James Toney? Roy Jones, they're gonna come.
I said arguably because he's certainly not the best.
I know.
Here's the thing. All right.
I know.
So what I'm trying to say is, well, you got me off topic now. What was I? Oh, so Kell Brook, skill for skill, is just as good of a fighter as Gennady Golovkin. In terms of styles, this is a fucking brilliant fight in terms of styles, right? But we're talking about the weight disparity, not that, because Kell Brook's going to come in weighing a lot. He's probably going to weigh the same amount as Triple G on fight night. And the 170s probably. Because he came into training camp, or the 30-day weigh-in at like 175. So he's going to put that weight back on. But he's just never been hit by someone that big before. He could take a welterweight's punch. He fought a little bit above welterweight a few fights, and he took that punch. But he's fighting one of the hardest hitting punchers in the sport at a weight he's never fought at. You know what I mean? He's fighting someone that's going to keep coming and keep pressuring you. You know, people don't realize, or people do realize, but for the people that don't realize, is that when you have somebody on you like that, you know what I mean, leaning on you, you get in that clinch. Yeah, you know, he was able to clinch Porter, but he was bigger than Porter. You know what I mean? Like, he was able to clinch these guys. But when you clinch Gennady Golovkin and he puts that weight on you, you've never been leaned on by a 172-pound guy before. You know what I'm saying? That was going to wear you down. And not to mention, Gennady Golovkin is probably the best body puncher in the world. You know what I mean? So that's just not a good combo for me. That being said, with all that being said, 'cause I'm going to let you get your points off, this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a damn good fight. I don't care what anyone says. I know people are trying to clown it, and I get the backlash on Golovkin because he was talking about how Canelo's fighting welterweights and then he fought a welterweight. I get that. I completely understand that.
Right.
But with that being said, this fight, I'm going to make predictions right off the bat, right here, right now. One, this fight's going the distance. Prediction number one. There's going to be a point in the fight, probably early, round 4 or 5, where you can make a damn good case that Kell Brook is winning the fight. Prediction 2. Prediction 3 is that Golovkin's going to win the fight. I think Golovkin's going to win like 8-4. 8-4 type decision. It's going to be close. It's going to be competitive. If it's 7-5, I think it's going to be still a very clear 7-5 for Golovkin. But I think where he's going to pull away is like round 8 on. When Kell Brook's body starts realizing, like, I'm getting hit by a middleweight now. You know what I mean? When that adrenaline wears off and those body punches start to feel it, I think he's going to get a little sluggish. And that's where Golovkin's going to take over in the fight completely and then probably sweep those rounds to win the fight. That's my prediction. How do you feel? Talk about the angles, talk about everything, and then let's hear who you think's going to win.
All right. Well, first off, when people talking weight, it's not weight, it's power. And my thing, you were saying how getting hit by one of the strongest middleweights or powerful middleweights there is. my thing is that's a great point. But my thing is, what happens if because and I heard somebody say that Kell's not a good puncher. My friend Jeremy said, "Well, he's not a good puncher." And I said, "Are you kidding me? He has much power." Well, he was like, "Well, where's all his knockouts?" And I was like, "Have you watched Kell? Kell can punch.
Oh, wow, welterweight, he can punch."
What I mean? That's what I mean. So my thing is this: what happens if he's not able to make Triple G respect his power?
That's a good point too. That's a damn good point.
What happens if he, what happens if he just can't make Triple G feel anything? And it's just like when Triple G does a little thing when he's letting you go, ding, ding, ding. He's letting the guy hit him just to make the show. What happens if that happens? Because one thing about Triple G is if he does not respect you, he hunts you down and he destroys you.
Yeah.
He respected Lemieux. That's why he wore him down. He came up. That was the most technical Triple G. Jab, work his way, because he respected his power.
Right.
But if Triple G does not respect your power, we've seen what he does to you. So I'm just wondering, does Kell have, even though he's a physically big fighter, does that translate into enough power to make Triple G say, whoa, it's a little bit on it, just for me to not continue to just try to run through him? Right. That's going to be the difference that I'm waiting to see.
Right.
Now, if he does, which I think he may, I even think it's going to be a time where I'm not saying he's going to drop Triple G. I'm not saying he's going to be wobbly, but he's going to buzz Triple G. I feel like because Kell is a good boxer. I feel like it's going to be a good shot. He's going to be able to set up and he's going to hit him, and it's going to be a type of moment. We're going to be like, whoa. Yeah. Everybody, whoa, did he do that? Did he actually make the machine look like not a machine? Right. And then from there, Triple G would get a little bit more aggressive. Kell will start to move. I'm not going to say run. He would do what you're supposed to do when you got a bigger, stronger guy on you.
Absolutely.
You move. Yeah. He's going to start to move. It's going to look like one guy's avoiding while the other guy's applying all the pressure. Those are going to land Triple G the most rounds. Yeah. This is going to be the fight, because it's going to be the guy that's bringing the fight and the guy that's avoiding the fight but fighting smartly not to get completely decimated, which is the smart thing to do. So that's how I think Triple G will win the fight, after he gets hit with something that's going to catch his attention. Because I think Triple G, even though he's big, he's still a welterweight. And because of that, he's going to test his luck. And when he tests his luck, he's going to find something that he necessarily was like, okay, I see why he's fighting me here. Yeah. You know what I mean? With that sense, I got to say, I don't dislike this fight. One, Triple G could have fought. Let's look at the guys he could have fought. He could have took the Laura fight. But with that, Laura says his name only when he's fighting and not when he's not. Right. Then, don't get me wrong, that's still a great fight.
I agree. That's a damn good fight.
Because of Laura's style. That's a fight that even if Laura loses, he can make Triple G look bad. Because Laura's the type of guy, he'll just make you look bad. Nobody really looks exceptional against him. You don't look, you're not going to go in there and just look really great. Because his style, he's so slick, he's so crafty. He could have took that. He could have took the Taraggio, I think his name is.
Johnson,
fight.
Yeah.
And he could have took that fight. But other than that, it wasn't a ton of fights there for him.
No, there wasn't.
It wasn't a ton of fights there for him. He was banking on the Canelo fight like everybody else was. Yeah. Then he was banking on the eBay fight like everybody else was. Yeah. After that, it's like, what? So that's the reason why I don't get mad at him, because it's not like he avoided people to only fight a welterweight. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. I look at it like this. Kell is a junior middleweight. In my mind, he's a junior middleweight that has the ability to shrink down a welterweight, which he can't even do no more because he said he's not going back down. With that being said, what's wrong with moving up one weight class to fight the best if the fight is there? That's how I look at it. Yeah, I'm not mad at my opinion. That's just my opinion. That I feel like he moved up one weight class to fight the best when nobody else would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you cannot knock a guy for daring to be great. You can't. How can you knock a guy for saying I want to be great? How can you knock somebody for that?
Well, and and the thing is, I agree with you. And the thing is like, would you rather watch Kell Brook versus Golovkin or like another Wade type of opponent? That's no disrespect to Wade, because I've seen a few of his fights. He's a good fighter.
Right.
But like, do we really want to see another top 15 type guy? A top 10 type guy? There's only 3.
They could have did that. They could have just threw an off-brand cat in there, and we would have seen what we always see. Second round, Triple G works him. First round, he works him. Second round, he lands a bomb. Third round, he starts to work him out, if not get him out of there. Fight's over.
That's who. So
Triple G comes with all his belts.
And that's what I mean. Fight. So what is a better fight, at least on paper? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. We've seen that story already. And like I said, I understand why people were initially frustrated. But I wasn't initially frustrated. I was like, wow, that's fucking interesting. Because we all knew, if you follow boxing like we do, and there's a lot of people that do, there are people that watch this podcast that do, we've known for years now that Kell Brook has been having trouble making 147. He's a big dude.
Right.
He's been, he's been talking about moving to 154 for years, at least 2 years that I can remember. You know what I mean? So that's, and because I remember specifically, it was at least a year ago, where he was like, if me and Khan might have to fight. I'm sorry, it was Khan that said. Khan said me and Kell might have to fight at 154 because I'm thinking about moving up. Kell said, shit, I'm ready to go to 154 anyway. What's up? You know what I mean? And Khan didn't want no part of that, but that's beside the point. At the end of the day, at least this fight is intriguing. There's angles to it.
If anybody want to be mad at anybody, not to cut you off, if you want somebody to be mad at your UK fighters, Eubank and Saunders. I just have to throw it in there one more time. You want somebody to blame them because it's one guy with a title and one guy who agreed to the fight but didn't sign a contract. You want to be mad at somebody, be mad at them.
And that's what I'm saying. There's 3 fighters at 164. 4 fighters at 160 that I want to see Golovkin fight, right? I want to see Billy Joe Saunders. I want to see Danny Jacobs, Eubanks, or Canelo. And they're not rushing to get in the ring with him. I would love a Lara fight. You know what I mean? I'd love that fight. But if we're talking about just 160, that's who I want. You know what I mean? 5 then, because I guess I threw Canelo in there. He's at 154. Lara too. I like that fight. But at the end of the day, none of them are really, like, Lara talks, but there hasn't been talks between them. You know what I mean? I can tweet right now. I'll hop on Twitter right now and tweet Golovkin and tell him I want to fight. Does that mean I want to fight him?
Have many times has Chavez Jr. done that?
Oh, ridiculous. That whole fight fell apart. Have you ever
seen Chavez Jr. say, hey, I'm ready to sign the contract, let's go?
That's what I mean.
Actually make the weight?
That's what I mean. My thing is, you can tweet all you want. At the end of the day, if you're Lara, and I don't know if he did or didn't do this, but this is the perception. From what I can tell, from what I've seen, you didn't go to Al Heyman and say, hey, shoot a contract to Triple G and make them counteroffer. There's been no contracts that anyone has spoken of, because if there was, Lara would have been said something about a contract. Just what is tweeting going to do? Send a contract.
When Lara wanted to fight, the last time Lara really wanted to fight, what did he do? He forced it. He was coming to the press conference.
Yeah.
When he won that Canelo fight, he was being heard.
Yeah.
We have not seen him do that same thing for the Triple G fight.
Right, and that's,
not pressed it like that.
And that's what I mean. And don't get me wrong, because I feel like no fighter should have to press it that way. But I get what you're saying. You're like, when he really wanted a fight, a big fight, he pulled out all stops. He wasn't tweeting Canelo. I mean, he went to the press conference and said, hey, good fight. You look great tonight, but I'm going to kick your ass. I want to fight you. You know what I mean? Like, he went right up there. So we know what he's going to do if he really wants a fight at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And he hasn't done that with and I want the fight. I'm not trying to sit here and say, no, Triple G shouldn't fight him. I think he should fight him. I think that's a brilliant fight. I think that might even be a 50-50 fight, stylistically. If I'm being honest, stylistically, that's a damn good fight.
So many man, this is a dog year, man. Like, I won't even ask this before we get a chance to get out of here. What is, besides Ward, Kovalev, there has not been much really big fights that I've been anticipating. What about
Porter and Thurman. Porter and Thurman.
You're waiting on. Okay, I
Porter and
forgot about
Thurman.
that.
It feels like it happened so long ago for some reason. I think because the month of August didn't really have anything, so you kind of lose track of, you know what I mean? Yeah, off the top of my head, the three.
We haven't seen a Danny Garcia fight. He has a title. We haven't seen a lot of guys fight.
Yeah.
Man.
The three off the top. Yeah, the three off the top of my head. Porter and Thurman. Kovalev and Ward. That's coming up, and then Fury and Vladimir, the rematch. Those are the really only three that.
That's been waiting to happen forever. I was getting ready to say that.
Oh wait.
Fury and Vladimir forever.
And the fourth fight was Povetkin and Wilder, but that got canceled. I'm so bitter about that fight being canceled. That was gonna be good. So 4 fights this year.
What I'm almost getting excited about. I forgot Stavern versus Povetkin is signed.
Oh, that's right. That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a really good fight.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it is.
That just made me anticipate something. But this year's been like it's always we always did it. We always said it. It's been one year where it's like whoa. Like last year we had Manny Pacquiao. We had so many fights, and then this year it's like. But I hit everybody next year like 2017 on some big fights. I'm taking them to big fights 2017. So I guess everybody's saving themselves. Like we're supposed to get Danny versus Thurman next year.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder said he's going to fight, try to fight AJ and Fury Vladimir winning next year.
Yeah.
After Ward beats Kovalev, we'll see him fight. No, I said we'll probably get him versus the.
Oh, we're going there.
If the chicken fights anybody.
Wait. Hold on. We went right there after Ward beats Kovalev. You just went there.
Didn't we? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's what you said. No, don't we. Hey. Don't we. Don't we, because I can say that. Don't we this. Hey.
I did not even.
Hey, don't we. You said.
I didn't realize I did that till you called it out. I just completely predicted that fight without even showing a proper respect to Kovalev, this dude. That fight is 50-50. Kovalev could win that fight. Sorry, I didn't mean no disrespect, but you know
what? No, I know.
Automatically, in my mind, I just said Ward was gonna because I'm so used to Ward winning.
Yeah, no. Hey, no. It was just it was funny. The reason I laugh is because you said it so casually. I was like, we're gonna get some big fights next year after Ward beats Cole. He's gonna do. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, it's a guarantee now. Like what?
Hold on.
Right.
Maybe we decided that was just gonna happen so easy.
Yeah. Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait till we record that episode. I'm excited to talk about that. I'm excited that that's such a good fight.
Because there's so many variables to it. You know what I mean? Like it's exciting.
Yeah, that's a damn good fight.
And again, I have not made up my mind. So everybody out there, that was a slip of the tongue. But I have not made up my professional opinion. I have not made up my mind who's gonna win that fight. I have not even sat down. Like what I do, I usually sit down. I've seen Ward fights at the Super Six. I've seen Kovalev fight since he beat I forget his name. He had the WBO title.
I know who you're talking about. I saw him. I saw him before. I saw him like 2 fights before Cleverly. Who the hell was it though? It wasn't that big of a fighter. And then I remember the Cleverly fight. And that's when I was sold on him. I was like, oh yeah, this guy can fight.
Right. So I've been watching these, you know what I'm saying, for a while now. But what I always do is I watch tape and I study and I compare styles and how I think it's gonna look, and you know what I mean. I analyze it. I have not done it yet, so I don't have the right to say that Cole or Ward will win until I actually dig into it. Right now, I would just be making a loose assumption, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm just sorry.
Man, see, thing is,
it's kind of always saying.
thing with that fight, I've tried to sit down and like rack my brain, and it made my brain hurt. I was like, it's such a good stylistic fight.
You can look. We did that. It's so many ways you can look at it. It's Ward, our ring IQ and skills, Kovalev power, and the fact that he's not a brawler, but he's a puncher.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like I don't know. Ward hasn't exactly looked. He looks different. Somebody else said that too. Somebody else said that. I think I heard on the
it was
podcast they were saying like Ward looks different.
Was it the part? It was someone that was talking about Ward looking different. No, who the fuck was it? Maybe it was the Paulie Pug. We talked about it though. Yeah. So people are noticing that. Yeah.
Was like, I just think he's not trying as hard. He's not trying as hardest. But like, just a few people. Ward just hasn't looked like Ward at 168. So I don't know if that's by design or if he just. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like I said, I think I'm almost seeing the evolution of how we seen Pretty Boy Floyd to Money May. There were two different fighters, yet they were still really good. I feel like I'm seeing that.
Yeah, that could be.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I don't want to dive too far into it now. We're gonna get going. So remember, guys, we got 3 fights this week. Try to tune into all of them. And reminder to the American fans that the Golovkin fight is gonna be shown on HBO at 5 Eastern. So if you don't want to get spoiled, like if you're waiting on when they show the replay at 9 or whatever time later on at night that HBO is, turn off your phone or something, because that happened to me with the Kovalev fight when he fought dude in Russia. I thought it was coming on at night. All of a sudden, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my phone goes off and says Kovalev won, and I was pissed because I wanted to watch the fight. So remember that.
I saw it and it was just like, man, Kovalev fought already, and I didn't even watch it. I didn't even like. I was like, man.
I wound up watching the replay, but I was bitter about it. I was really bitter. So you guys got to remember that. Don't if you want to watch it live, don't have, or either watch it at 5 or don't have your phone on for the rest of the night, or like turn off your notifications or something. But yeah, that's all we got for this one.
For which fight you said it's gonna be like that?
For the Golovkin fight. For the Golovkin fight this Saturday.
The Golovkin-Kell-Brook fight?
Because it's in the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's in Britain. So it's coming on.
What time is it coming on?
5 Eastern. I think that's, what time is that for you? So it'll be 4 my time, like 2 your time. It'll be the card.
It's like 2 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Because on that. Okay. Thank you. Duly noted.
Yeah. So hopefully, if everyone who made it this far, just remember to watch it, because it's going to be on early. But there will be a replay. So that's pretty cool too. So yeah, hey, that's all we got for you guys, man. This one was a little bit longer. There's 3 fights, so we had a lot to talk about. The Kell-Brook, Gennady Golovkin fight.
For a while.
Lots of angles. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even gonna say it because we keep saying it didn't happen. We're just gonna make it happen. We're gonna do it.
Something happened.
You know what I'm saying? We're in.
Like some really bad incidents. Like
yeah.
Sorry guys.
Audio issues.
Technicalities.
Schedule issues. God damn it. Hey, anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, like us, share us, watch us again if you can. Comment, let us know what you think. We got a Facebook page, we got an Instagram page. Do all that, man. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Can you get the Oreos?
Yeah.